You know, even though Cheryl has the day off today, we're starting our look back at her 40-plus year career here at WHIO. Cheryl is retiring next month, and over the next few weeks, we are going to honor her commitment and dedication to us and to you. Here's a look at how things all started for Cheryl. October 20th, 1956, Ken and Dorothy McHenry welcomed Cheryl into their world. Cheryl was their third of 6 children. Dad was in the Air Force in Texas, and when Cheryl was 8 years old,
my mother had her first bout with breast cancer when we were in Waco. She had her first mastectomy, had radiation.
Her cancer was terminal. In 1966, Ken moved the family to Wright Pat, where he took a job. Cheryl saw what was happening to her mom.
It was a Saturday, and the weather is November. It was November 9th. It was cold.
Cheryl was at school, but something told her she needed to go home.
I walked in, and my brother Tim said, she died. It was hard. But I was also relieved as a kid because she didn't have to suffer anymore. We didn't have to worry about it anymore. We just had to move on then. I haven't thought about that day in a long time.
Her mom's battle with cancer taught Cheryl to be resourceful. Cheryl loved learning all she could by watching the news.
I started hearing more women's voices on the radio.
People like Leslie Stahl. And when she went to Carroll High School,
I always liked to talk. I liked speech class in high school. So I thought this might be a perfect marriage of the things that I'm interested in.
Tom Sobleski was one of her teachers.
I joke sometimes saying that I taught her everything she knows, but that certainly is not the case.
At the University of Cincinnati, Cheryl got her degree in broadcasting. She started her career in radio and 3 years later interviewed for a reporter's job at WHIO TV Channel 7.
I was so grateful. I even offered to take a pay cut. He's like, no. You need to make more than you're making now.
That first year, she made $16,000.
I find it amazing as a 25-ish-year-old young woman walking into WHIO, the iconic WHIO, on her first day of work, and she's meeting and working with giants. These were people that she was working with, and now she's the giant.
Good evening and welcome to News Center 7.
And when it came to working alongside Don Wayne and Jim Baldridge,
it just felt surreal to me. I thought, here I am sitting with these guys. I've watched them. So it was very nerve-wracking, but they were always very nice to me.
During the mid-1980s, she filled in, anchoring weekends. In 1986, WHIO gave her the 9 a.m. anchor job. Then in 1989, the station promoted her to 5:30 p.m. anchor.
Fun times, rewarding times, but stressful.
In 1991, station management called her into the office. It turned out to be one of the best decisions WHIO management ever made. They saw her work ethic and her commitment to the Miami Valley. Cheryl anchored the evening news with Jim until he retired in 2009.
I anchored with Jim Baldridge for 18 years, and I learned so much from him. Really smart guy, really quirky sense of humor. And when he left in 2009, it was a sad day just because he had been part of so many things here. And then for him to be succeeded by another JB, James Brown.
And today's efforts include
I think you have been every bit as good, every bit as wonderful to work with. You care so much about upholding our standards here, and I see it every day, how you demand the best of everyone. These years with you have just been an honor. You've made me better, and thank you for that.
Had a heck of a good time, telling you what. Cheryl is super smart with numbers. I call her Rain Woman. She is amazing. She remembers dates and times, whether it's 2 days ago or 30 years ago on a story. She is kind of like our human encyclopedia when it comes to dates and times in history.
She is, but she also remembers our birthdays
Yes.
and our kids' names and our husbands and wives' names. I mean, it's crazy.
Yes, she is so smart, and we've been so grateful to work with her, and she will be missed, but hey, she's not going anywhere. So
No.
for the next few weeks, we'll talk more about Cheryl right here on Channel 7, and this is all leading up to our big way to say goodbye to Cheryl. She is going to talk about other big achievements in her life and things that have impressed us here at Channel 7, and the big names who came before her and who inspired her. I say she is on the Mount Rushmore of WHIO employees. We have a special May 15th. It's an hour long, and it starts at 7 p.m. And leading up to the special, we are going to continue to honor Cheryl with different stories right here on News Center 7 at 5.